Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's a hot one out here today. I'm finally glad to get out and do some thrifting. I dropped some packages off at the post office. Now let's head into the thrift stores and see what we can get into. Okay, so I just finished up at one of the local thrift stores and I did manage to get a couple things. Let me show you what I picked up. I ended up getting a pair of ladies Rock Revival jeans for $4.99. These are 27, so I comped them. They go anywhere between 15 to 30 bucks, so we'll see what I can make off of them. And the last thing that I did get, which is kind of funny, was, hold on, I had to take it out of the package, is this. And he actually did come in a package. I just took him out of the package. This Rocky Balboa puppet. I remember when I was a kid, these came out. They came out with different variations of Rocky, Clubber Lang, and a bunch. I believe the Pope might have been one, but they had maybe about 10 or 15 different kinds. And I was actually pretty happy to see this in the store. I haven't seen one of these in a long time, but like I said, it did come in a package. I got the package sitting over there, and that's it for today. We'll see what we can get into tomorrow. It's an early one today. I'm about ready to hit this yard sale. We'll see what we can get into. Well, that yard sale's finished. Let me show you what I got. Got a John Elway starting lineup figure. A Miss Piggy puppet. It's a little OK Corral thing. Xbox 360, I believe it's Minecraft. Box of Vizio 3D glasses, which it's missing one, and a little Nerf dart tag gun. All this only came to $2. That's it for today, though. We'll see you later. Friday, everybody. I am heading out now to my local thrift stores. I got a good opportunity to pick up some really cool items at one I got a heads up on. So I'm heading in there and let's see what we can get into. Okay, so I just finished up thrifting and I did pick up about 3 things. Let me show you real fast what I got. I picked up a Zuma's Revenge. Keep an eye out for any of these Zuma's and Zuma's Revenge games. Some of these go for pretty decent money. This one I think I comped between $10 $15. If it was brand new, maybe $20. The second thing I got was a Winter Circle Tony Stewart shirt. And I comped that, and that's the $15 to $20 shirt. And then the last thing I did pick up was a Kawasaki Monster Energy shirt. So in the past on Macari, some of these shirts have sold for $15 to $20. So hopefully this goes for about that price. We'll see. But that's it for today. We'll see what we can get into tomorrow. This week's Blu-Rays. This week's Bolo item I wanted to go over is out-of-print DVDs, but not just any out-of-print DVD. I selected some genres over here: action, animation, horror, and drama. These seem to fetch for more money. Let's go ahead and go over some of the things. Here's one right here. It was the best offer on $300, but this looks like the complete series of Blood Plus. Las Vegas, that's another one. Great series. If you could find any of these DVDs by themselves, they go for good money. I actually picked up the first season of Las Vegas, and I was heading up front to pay for it at Goodwill. Luckily, I looked because it was missing one disc inside, but I could have made some good money off of it, but, you know, it happens. Here's some more anime. This Angel of Darkness, I've got 2 of the 5 DVDs. If you like Japanese hentai, which is like live action, tentacles and naked nude women, a lot of people seem to like this genre, but if you have all 5, $299 you could have got or can get for it. And another, like I said, out of print DVD set. Here's some more Kiss the Phantom of the Park DVD. This was the Recall Cheesy Flicks DVD. If you find this, you can make some really good money on this thing. As we go further down, here's some more anime. Here's an older Inhumanoids these two. I don't know if this is Rhino released or not, but I know they released a lot of DVDs back in the day. But this is a $250 for both of these right here. It's good profit on that. Here's some more anime. Unsolved Mysteries. Someone took a best offer. But if you could find that box, since it's really popular again, that's definitely going to make you some good money. Pretender's another great one. If you could find any of these Pretender DVD sets, each one alone fetches for some pretty decent money, but $249.95 right there. Here's some more anime. Let me go ahead and just go search for horror by itself, because I want to show you also what else or what horror DVDs and Blu-rays fetch for. Here we go. Let's see. Vinegar Syndrome is definitely one to watch out for. They release a lot of limited DVDs and Blu-rays. So this one right here, Runaway Nightmare, $199. Someone paid for it. There's another one right there, Body Melt. Someone took a best offer, but they had $199 on it. And Mondo Macabro, I had sold like 2 of those about 2 or 3 episodes ago for some pretty decent money. So if you could find them, they're easy to tell because they're in a red box most of the time, and they have their little label on the side. It's really easy to see at the top. Here's another Vinegar Syndrome right here, $199, but that's a limited edition of 500 out of print. But Vinegar Syndrome and Arrow put out a lot of good Blu-rays and DVDs that are worth money. Everyone seems to like the slip cases, and the slip case for a lot of the older Arrow videos, like The Burning and Life Force and The Fog, go for some decent money. The Burning, I believe, goes for a little bit more than the other ones I mentioned, but if you find those with the slipcase, some people buy the slipcase by themselves on eBay just to have the complete DVD / Blu-ray with the slipcase on it. There's Body Melt. That's another one at $179. Murderous Intent, Fright House, another Vinegar Syndrome. But there's a lot. There's an Arrow Video, American Horror Project, $170. Steelbooks are another one too. If you can find horror steelbooks that are put out by Arrow. Arrow's easy to distinguish with this little, well, first off, they have the little A over here on the left, but they've got like this little spectrum over here in the middle of all their DVD and Blu-rays. And if you see those, you know it's an Arrow Video release. Here's another Unsolved Mystery, $159. This, I believe, was a Arrow Video. Yeah, $149 for House of the Collection. Has all 4 films on it. Now, this Blood Hook right here, I missed out on buying this when they had it in their store, but this actually, just the slipcase alone, these fetch for anywhere from $100 to $200. If you buy it by itself without this little slipcase on it, $25, $30. But if you can find this one with that slipcase on it, you can get some really good money off of this. Here's some more Monster Legacy gift set, $140 if you find that. Ice Cream Man, another Vinegar Syndrome. Here's another Arrow. Donnie Darko, that's another one. It's Arrow, out of print, $144, 29 bids on that one. House. Now this right here, Sleepaway Camp. I have this box set right here. It was released a while ago, and they had, 2002. I believe the Red Cross had an issue with it, so they changed this front cover. But if you find this front cover right here while you're looking, you can fetch some pretty good money on it. I don't believe I ever opened mine. I have a problem with opening my stuff sometimes, but if you do happen to find that, you'll make some good money off of that. Then there's some low budget companies too, like Massacre Video, that put out some really cool stuff. They put out some gory stuff, but they also put out some obscure stuff. So if you can find any of this in the store, I'm sure it's going to be hard to find, but somebody might be done with it and, give it to Goodwill or a thrift store. But if you find any of that stuff, you definitely can make some decent money off of these things. What else? Here's the Nightbreed. Someone took a best offer. They had $119 on it. There's a couple different Nightbreed releases that are out of print. What else do we have here? There's another one to look out for too is Twilight Time. Twilight Time puts out a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays that go out of print and their value rises. Here's a Tix right here, $112. George Romero, that went for $114. That's another Arrow release. But any of these types, here's another sleepaway camp. Someone took a best offer. They had 109. But any of these that you find Arrow release, the Vinegar Syndrome, like I said, the Massacre Video, are definitely going to make you some decent money. You just got to comp and see what they're going for, and keep an eye out for a couple other companies too, like Code Red. Here we go. Here's Joey season 1 and 2. That one went for a best offer. They had 119. What else do we have here? We have House. That's another one, but this is, I believe this was a, well, it's region A and B. I thought it was region B because it had the little 18 symbol on it. But there's a bunch of different releases. Steelbooks. There's an Argento Steelbook right there. Tenebrae went for 109. Here's another Steelbook, Day of the Dead, 99. Steelbooks are pretty big too among collectors. A lot of people purchase Steelbooks at like Target, Walmart, online, and then these companies themselves they'll put out different Steelbooks. I know Arrow definitely puts out Steelbooks, but just keep your eye out. Here's an American History X Steelbook Blu-ray, best offer on $99.95, and another Sleepaway Camp. This one, I believe, yeah, this one doesn't have the slipcase. I think these came with the slipcase, the Sleepaway Camps from Scream Factory. But that one looks like they don't. Here's another Cutting Class. That's a Vinegar Syndrome. There's another Sleepaway Camp. But do your research on it, and if you come across them, definitely pick them up if you can get them from $3 to $5, because you'll make a pretty good amount off of them. I know they might be harder to find, and you might be able to find them at, like I said, flea market, anywhere, but just giving you an idea of something to keep an eye out when you're looking for horror related out of print DVDs, because they seem to go for some decent money. And here's the Evil Dead 2 gift set. I remember when this came out, Best Buy, $100 right there. But that's it for this week's Bolo. I hope you enjoyed it. Here are some items that sold for me this past week on eBay and Mercari. The first one is the X-Bomber Starfleet Tokusatsu toy. I believe I paid $25 for this. I had it sitting for a while and sold it for, I was asking $150 for it, and someone came in with a $100 offer, so I took that. I still made a decent profit on it. This is based on the X-Bomber series in Japan. It was like almost like a Gary Anderson Super Marionette type of series that the Japanese people had produced. It was later reintroduced in the United States as Starfleet, so you might have seen it. I believe it came out in 1982 over here. But if you can find any of this old stuff, this was actually in great condition. It had a small crease on the left top side, but everything inside was intact. There was no instructions missing. Everything was all together. The joints, everything were real tight, so it actually looked very good. But like I said, I ended up selling for a $100 best offer. Here's another one of those vintage Dale Earnhardt shirts that I had in that lot I got a week or two ago. This one ended up selling for $35. All these shirts that I had purchased actually made me some really decent money, so I was very happy with this sale. This Hit Entertainment Children's Favorite Barney and Bob the Builder DVD I picked up at a thrift store for $2. I ended up selling it for $10, and I might have made about $7 or $8 profit on it. Up next is this Panzer Trampler Pro Maxis toy. This was part of a mech toy lot that I got a couple years ago for, I believe, $25 total. There was about 6 different items in there, and there was 2 of these. So I put one of these on and sold it for $25. I still have one left. I might throw on there and try to make $25 also. Up next is an item that sold real fast for me on eBay. I had bought this at Goodwill for $3.99. It was still sealed in the package. I literally got home, listed it, and not even 10 minutes later it sold for $33. So I was really happy with this purchase and flip. This Legend of Dinosaurs and Monster Birds I had cross-posted on Mercari and eBay. Someone had offered me $45 for it on Mercari, a little bit more than I was offered on eBay. It sat for a little bit of time. It was still sealed, unopened, and I went ahead and took the offer. I had this Harley Davidson's men's shirt listed on a few different platforms. I ended up selling it on Mercari for $25. I had purchased it for $2 at a yard sale, so when it was all said and done, I probably made about $15 profit off of it. And the last item I want to show this week is a High Noon men's Western Pearl Snap shirt. I buy a bunch of these at $2-3 a piece. They seem to sell pretty good for me. By the time it was all said and done, I might have made $8 or $9 off of it, but $8 or $9 times 10 shirts adds up. That's it for this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed picking up that Miss Piggy toy this week. I think that was my favorite item that I picked up. It took me back to my childhood in the 70s, so I'm actually dating myself here. But anyway, I enjoyed that. There was some good sales this week, especially those shirts, those vintage shirts that were NASCAR shirts. They're still selling. I believe I put them in this week's episode, the last of them. And I think that X-Bomber toy that sold for $100 was a decent sale too. But if you like this week's video, please subscribe and hit the like button, and we'll see you next week with all new content.